There was a time when her name was everywhere, the face that launched millions of smiles across Asia, the voice that captured the imagination of generations, the presence that commanded screens both big and small. Jun Ji-hyun, once dubbed Korea's nation's goddess, had it all: fame, beauty, talent, and the kind of longevity that most actresses only dream of. So why did she suddenly vanish? Fans who grew up watching her transform from the unhinged yet captivating girlfriend in My Sassy Girl to the ethereal alien lover in My Love from the Star. The silence has been deafening. No denying her legacy, Jun Ji-hyun is one of the most iconic and bankable actresses not just in Korea, but across Asia. Yet, in recent years, she's largely disappeared from public view. No new dramas. No movies. Appearances at fashion events or public engagements, and swirling around the Siri absence is a cloud of rumors, specifically, the persistent whispers of a marriage on the brink of collapse. To understand her sudden retreat from the spotlight, we need to rewind to the beginning. Jun Ji-hyun was born Jun Ji-hyun on October 30, 1981, in Seoul's affluent Gangnam district. From an early age, her striking height and elegant posture drew attention. It was her mother and her mother's acquaintances who encouraged her to consider modeling, especially after Jun abandoned her childhood dream of becoming a flight attendant flying a turbulent flight. By the age of 16, she was already gracing the pages of a teen magazine. But it wasn't until a Samsung My Jet printer commercial in 1999 that everything changed. The ad, featuring her dancing with contagious energy, made her an overnight phenomenon. The star had arrived. Her early films didn't immediately scream stardom. White Valentine in 1999 was barely noticed, but later that year, she made her mark with the romantic drama Il Mare, a story about two people communicating through time via a mysterious mailbox. Although it opened on the same day as the box office behemoth Joint Security Area, the film managed to carve its own space and established Jun Ji-hyun as a leading lady with a magnetic on-screen presence. But it wasn't until 2001, with the release of My Sassy Girl, that she truly became a phenomenon. The romantic comedy wasn't just a hit, it became a cultural moment, telling the story of a sweet but hapless college student and his eccentric, hot-tempered girlfriend. It struck a chord across the region. Audiences couldn't get enough of Jun's performance. A perfect blend of comedy, charm, and chaos. She wasn't just an actress anymore. She was a symbol. The film became the highest-grossing Korean comedy at the time and even topped box offices in Hong Kong and other parts of Asia. Overnight, Jun Ji-hyun became a pan-Asian superstar. Her fame soared through the 2000s. With Winstruck, The Thieves, and The Berlin File, she proved that she could carry a variety of genres, from romance to action thrillers. In 2015, she headlined Assassination, a historical spy film that dominated the box office and reaffirmed her status as a force to be reckoned with. But it was television where she captured hearts all over again. In My Love from the Star, 2013, and Legend of the Blue Sea, 2016, she portrayed unforgettable heroines that further cemented her place in Korean drama royalty. And then, nothing. 2017, Jun Ji-hyun began to withdraw. Apart from a supporting role in the hit Netflix series Kingdom and its spin-off, there were no major projects. Fans grew anxious. Was she taking a break? Was she preparing for a massive comeback? The speculations ran wild. But in 2021, a new theory began to take hold. Far more controversial than any career speculation, Jun Ji-hyun was getting divorced. The rumors didn't come from just anywhere. They were lit aflame by the YouTube channel Garosero Institute, notorious for its bombastic claims and tendency to stir up celebrity scandals. According to their video, Jun Ji-hyun and her husband, Choi Jun-hyuk, had been living separately for 6 months. The channel claimed that the marriage was crumbling and that Jun was delaying the divorce to avoid damaging her career and brand deals. More shockingly, they alleged that her husband was pushing for the separation, possibly due to an affair. The reaction was instant. The Korean media exploded. Fans were divided. Some mourned the alleged split, while others questioned the credibility of the source. Social media buzzed with theories, conjectures, and debates. Paparazzi lurked outside the couple's apartment complex, and online forums flooded with discussions dissecting every appearance, or lack thereof, of Jun Ji-hyun. Yet, the actress remained silent. It was her agency that finally responded, and their words were swifter and scathing. They called the rumors completely groundless and announced plans to pursue legal action against the YouTube channel and other outlets propagating the story. Currently, false information is being spread unfiltered via online portals. The statement read, "We have confirmed instances of malicious rumors being composed and spread with ill intent by outlets such as Garosero Institute." The public rebuttal was followed by an unexpected move from Jun's husband. Instead of offering a typical PR statement, Choi Jun-hyun changed his Kakao Talk profile picture, a parody of a scene from the manga Slam Dunk, edited to say, "I want to be Jun Ji-hyun's husband." The subtle yet powerful message was read as a direct jab at the baseless rumors. While some criticized it as unserious, many found it charming and effective. It humanized the couple amidst a media frenzy. Those close to the actress were quick to defend her. "Those are ridiculous rumors," one close acquaintance told Sports Chosen. "It's just speculation. They're doing fine." Another family friend added, "There have always been rumors ever since they got married. It's the price she pays for being this famous." The damage had been done. Despite the rebuttals, the public had tested blood. In the weeks that followed, every step Jun Ji-hyun took, or didn't take, was interpreted through the lens of possible marital breakdown. Her absence from awards shows, her reluctance to speak to the press, her careful avoidance of personal topics. All of it became part of a growing puzzle that fans were desperate to solve. Beneath the tabloid noise, however, quieter truth, Jun Ji-hyun had never been one for overexposure. At the height of her fame, she was known to avoid talk shows and rarely gave interviews. Unlike many of her peers, she didn't flood Instagram with curated snapshots of her life. Protected her family fiercely. Her retreat wasn't necessarily suspicious, it was consistent with her nature. Yet, the timing of her silence coinciding with the rumors couldn't be ignored. Neither could the fact that her last major project had aired years ago. Was the pressure of fame finally too much? Or was Jun Ji-hyun simply choosing to live on her own terms? Part of the answer may lie in her financial independence. Like many celebrities who are compelled to stay in the public eye for financial reasons, Jun Ji-hyun doesn't need to act another day in her life to maintain her lifestyle. Reports suggest she holds over 77 billion Korean won, $69 million USD, in real estate and business assets. She's quietly become one of South Korea's wealthiest actresses. She owns multiple properties in prime districts like Nonhyeon-dong, Samsung-dong, and Twon. In 2022, she reportedly purchased the most expensive apartment in Seoul, valued at over 40 million USD. She also continues to earn millions annually through endorsement deals, representing brands like Burberry, Kira, Giordano, and Lot. In many ways, her silence is her privilege. Where others must hustle for relevance, Jun Ji-hyun enjoys the rare freedom to disappear. Perhaps, just perhaps, that's exactly what she wanted all along. A life lived away from the roar of the crowd. But that's not the full story. Because even if she chose to retreat, her fans are still waiting. They want answers. They want to know if the queen will return to her throne. And as 2025 quietly ticks on, the world watches and waits for a whisper, project, a photo, or a sign that Jun Ji-hyun hasn't vanished, but is simply preparing for the next chapter. To uncover that chapter, we need to look deeper into her relationships, her empire, and the real reason why she doesn't need fame to stay powerful. Beneath the dazzling surface of fame and fortune, Jun Ji-hyun has always maintained an impenetrable core of privacy. While fans across the globe speculated about the state of her marriage or why she hadn't accepted new roles, she stayed silent, composed, distant, enigmatic. To some, this was frustrating. To others, it was admirable. But behind that veil of composure, Jun Ji-hyun was quietly building something far more enduring than tabloid fame, her legacy. Much of that legacy has been shaped by her ability to navigate both the chaos of stardom and the brutality of scandal. The 2021 divorce rumors were not the first time Jun found herself at the center of unwanted controversy. In fact, her journey through K-entertainment has been peppered with legal battles, betrayal, and the uncomfortable price of being a woman at the top in a deeply scrutinized industry. In 2006, Jun Ji-hyun and 6 other top Korean actors, including Gong Yoo and Jo In-sung, filed lawsuits against Screen magazine for using their photos commercially without consent. Though the case was settled in their favor, it was a wake-up call about how easily even a star of her caliber could be exploited, but it was nothing compared to the nightmare that would unfold just a few years later. In 2009, Korean police uncovered that Jun Ji-hyun's phone had been illegally cloned by a private investigator hired by none other than her own agency, Sidus HQ, the company that had managed her for over 13 years. The revelation shocked the nation. Investigator testified he was paid in cash by the brother of Sidus HQ's CEO to monitor the actress's communications and movements. The implication was clear: her agency was trying to control every facet of her life, personal and professional. Though Sidus HQ denied the allegations and its CEO was later cleared due to lack of direct evidence, the incident left a deep scar. The investigator was sentenced to prison for invasion of privacy. The betrayal from within shook Jun Ji-hyun to the core, but true to form, she remained silent in public. Many expected her to sever ties immediately, but she shocked everyone again by renewing her contract for 1 more year. It wasn't until 2011 that she finally broke away from Sidus HQ. But just as she began to rebuild, another scandal erupted. The same CEO of her former agency was accused of using a bank account in her name to make illicit profits from stock trading during a corporate merger. Jun Ji-hyun testified that she had no knowledge of the account or the investments. She had trusted the people managing her finances, and now she was a headline once more. Fortunately, the Financial Supervisory Service found no wrongdoing on her part. But the message was loud and clear: in this industry, even the most beloved actress could become a pawn. That's when she took control. In a bold move, Jun Ji-hyun founded her own agency, J&Co Entertainment, in 2011. The act of independence wasn't just symbolic, it was her first step towards self-preservation. A year later, she joined Culture Depot, an agency owned by a close friend. Unlike the cold machinery of her former management, Culture Depot offered her stability and trust. Here, she rebuilt. Here, she thrived. Then came one of the most unexpected chapters in her life: love. Jun Ji-hyun met Choi Jun-hyuk, future husband, in childhood. Their families had been neighbors and friends for years, but it wasn't until adulthood that the relationship blossomed. Choi, a banker by profession, brought an unexpected calm to Jun Ji-hyun's high-profile life. But he wasn't just any banker, he was the grandson of hanbok designer Lee Young-hee, a national icon, and the son of renowned fashion designer Lee Young-woo. In Korea's social hierarchy, the match was nothing short of ideal. They got married in a private but grand ceremony at the Shilla Hotel in Seoul in April 2012. Stars like Kim Soo-hyun, Lee Byung-hun, and other A-listers attended. The couple looked radiant, grounded, in love. For once, the nation wasn't talking about the scandal, but about a fairy tale wedding. In 2016, they welcomed their first son. 2 years later, their second child was born. During her pregnancies, Jun Ji-hyun managed to film major projects, including the blockbuster movie Assassination, all while keeping her family life fiercely protected from the media. She never used her children as a promotional tool. There were no family photo shoots, no flashy birthday parties shared on social media. She kept them in the shadows, not out of shame, but out of love. So when the divorce rumors surfaced in 2021, many were shocked. Others weren't. An industry where privacy is often mistaken for secrecy, and silence is seen as suspicious, even Jun Ji-hyun's dignified distance was interpreted as emotional detachment. The narrative was ready-made: the cold superstar and the wealthy husband who had enough. The media didn't need facts, they just needed the illusion of drama. But that's the paradox of being Jun Ji-hyun. Her power lies in the fact that she never fights back in the way people expect. She doesn't go on variety shows to clear her name, she doesn't cry in interviews or release emotional statements. Instead, she lets her actions, and her silence, speak for her. And in doing so, she flips the script. Doesn't play the victim, she doesn't feed the machine. What she did instead was invest, quietly, strategically, brilliantly. According to real estate records and news outlets like Newsen and Dispatch, Jun Ji-hyun has accumulated a property portfolio worth more than 77 billion Korean won, or roughly $69 million USD. She owns buildings in some of Seoul's most expensive districts. In 2021, she reportedly sold a building in Nonhyundong that she purchased for 8.6 billion KRW in 2007, for 23 billion KRW, a stunning profit. That same year, she was revealed as the buyer of the most expensive apartment in Seoul, located in Samsung-dong, valued at over 40 million USD. But her investments go beyond just buildings. She has quietly built a financial fortress around herself, through smart business decisions, high-paying endorsements, and calculated media appearances. The brand ambassador for Burberry, Kira, other luxury brands, she continues to command top-tier deals without ever having to chase public affection. In Korea's entertainment industry, women often disappear after marriage or childbirth. Jun Ji-hyun didn't fade, she pivoted. Why hasn't she acted more? Because she doesn't have to. This is perhaps the hardest truth for fans to accept. For an actress they've worshipped for over 2 decades, it's difficult to admit that she may have outgrown the industry that made her. But maybe, just maybe, absence isn't about scandal or fatigue. Maybe it's about choice. In a rare interview promoting her upcoming Disney Plus series Tempest, Jun Ji-hyun offered a subtle glimpse into her mindset. When asked about the project, she said, "I'm excited for viewers to finally see it. At the same time, I tend to take a step back from the character once filming is over, so I can sort through my emotions." Moonju, her character, is the most subdued person I've ever played. She hides her pain. She says very little, but inside, she's in turmoil. It's hard not to see the parallel. Jun Ji-hyun has always been the actress who could say the most while saying the least. In My Sassy Girl, she exploded with emotion. Legend of the Blue Sea, she melted hearts with charm. But in real life, her greatest role may be the one she's playing now, the woman who vanished so she could finally live. She has nothing left to prove. She's built an empire, raised a family, conquered every genre, and outlived every scandal. The Jun Ji-hyun of 2025 isn't hiding. She's evolving. She's choosing when, and how, she returns, and she will return. Tempest, expected to stream globally on Disney+, marks her re-entry into the drama world. The project is shrouded in secrecy, but insiders hint it's her most layered role yet. It's not just a comeback. It's a statement that you can be silent for years, and still command the screen. That you can say nothing, and still have the final word. In the end, maybe Jun Ji-hyun didn't vanish. Maybe she simply decided that being seen wasn't the same as being heard. And now, after years of silence, we're finally ready to